Todd Blanche is now serving as acting attorney general after President Trump removed Pam Bondi as AG. Here's what Blanche told Jesse Waters about his former boss.
The Attorney General made our country safe again, and she is a friend, and she did a great job in the first year of this administration, and people should not forget what the Department of Justice that she came into just over a year ago. And so we are a better Justice Department, we are safer as a nation, and we should all be very grateful to the Attorney General for her sacrifice for this country and for what she did.
Names are already being floated out as who might be lead the Department of Justice, from the EPA Director, Lee Zeldin, big lawyer background, U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, she's one of our favorites, and even Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who'll be out of a job soon. Let's bring in Sunday Night in America host Trey Gowdy. Trey, I guess I have to tell you, your name's been brought up as well. What should we know? Have you been approached?
I would be 1,000th on his list and 10,000th on my list. Brian, no job that requires me to show my college transcripts will I ever apply for. You just put up 8 people that would be much better than me, and you can add John Ratcliffe to that. His picture wasn't up there. Look, you got a really good AG right now in Todd Blanche. I mean, I saw Lee Zeldin up there. He's got plenty of people to pick from. I know you want to get rid of me, but I ain't leaving.
No, are you kidding? Your ratings are through the roof, and all I have to do is not drop the ball on Sundays, thanks to you. Here's Todd Blanche on what got the president frustrated about the Department of Justice. Listen.
The president reportedly, probably obviously frustrated that the cases against Tisch and Schiff and Brennan and Comey not really going anywhere. Are you the guy that's going to be able to get that done?
Look, I think the president is frustrated. Everybody is frustrated because what we saw happen for the past 4 years is unforgivable and can never happen again. And so certainly I don't mind the frustration. I appreciate the frustration because we do have to make sure that what happened for 4 years never happens again.
So, I mean, he obviously, I think, wants the job, and the president obviously trusts him. What kind of timeline, you know the president, what kind of timeline you think he is with this? Because Todd needs a deputy.
Yeah, he does. He needs a Todd Blanche. Todd was a great deputy. Todd's a real lawyer. He was a former federal prosecutor. You know, he highlighted the president's frustration. I'd be frustrated, too. He lost his first term in office. He watched his family be deposed by the likes of Schiff and Swalwell. The problem is, as you know, Brian, I mean, good facts make good lawyers. When you're going to the grand jury and you can't even get an indictment, when you get a no bill, which, by the way, is almost impossible to get, then you're not going to win at trial. So the thing I don't get about Pam is you and I both know she had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. There are people in the files like Steve Bannon who got a hero's welcome at CPAC while Pam Bondi's getting fired. If she was fired because of Epstein, it was the failure to manage the after effects. And for that, you can blame Republicans. I mean, you got Nancy Mace running for governor on Jeffrey Epstein at Pam Bondi's expense. So she was every bit as undercut and impeached by Republicans as she was the left.
Just on the Epstein situation, Steve Bannon was trying to rehab him with a documentary on Jeffrey Epstein. And number two is more Democrats have been caught in the crossfire than Republicans. And Tom Massey suddenly has an interest in this story. He had no interest for 10 years. But if it hurts Trump, it's OK with him. The President of the United States is doing something else I think is very unique and very important. He asked J.D. Vance to head up, become fraud czar, and really start attacking where our money's coming from. Some of the people making money off our social services are from other countries. What's your reaction to what they've been finding, especially in California?
Well, if you want job security, go be a fraud czar in the federal government. I mean, J.D. can work till he's 120 at that job. This is what, for us, I mean, the bigger government gets, Brian, the more room there is for waste, fraud, and abuse to hide. So, number one, limit the size of government. Number two, quit hauling the Attorney General over to Congress to help you with your gubernatorial bid. Let her stay and manage fraud cases. How's that for a novel idea? Let prosecutors be prosecutors. J.D. can't prosecute anybody. He can't go into a courtroom. Let the people who can do their jobs and quit playing politics with them.
All right, so you don't think he should head it up?
No, I think JD would be great. No, I think he's great. I'm saying to others, prioritize fraud, quit hauling people to Capitol Hill for your own personal political ambition, and let them do their job at Maine Justice.
Yeah, and Trey, I think it's also important to bring up that the raids have already started in California, so we're going to see some results. It's amazing how many people decided to have their last days in California under hospice care, and they suddenly revive themselves. That's a story that we need to cover. Trey, we cannot wait to watch you Sunday night at 9 o'clock, and what a great bus shot you have for your logo. That is fantastic. You had a great photo shoot. Trey Gowdy, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.